All right. Well, I'm looking at the discussion boards, and I just thought I'd respond um, in a video as well. So I'm looking at the discussion board about the five paragraph essay, and you can see uh, if schools are teaching us how to write a five paragraph essay in the form way, aren't they wrong in a way? Um, it's not really about right or wrong. It's not really about criticizing high school instructors or middle school instructors. But it is about growing and developing as a writer. And this should make writing a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun, to where you're not just painting by numbers, you're actually creating a structure and filling the structure in, as opposed to, again, just uh, kind of coloring book type art. You're going to actually create the outline and create the structure yourself. So think of this more as a growth. Um, but my wife teaches high school, and we have these discussions. Um, the five paragraph essay, it does a lot of things really well, in the sense that it teaches to have a strong thesis, and that thesis should relate to the body paragraphs. I mean, that's a rule that I think makes sense to carry through. Now, where the thesis needs to be, how many paragraphs, how many sentences in a paragraph, those are concepts that I think we can be a little bit more creative with. But the overall structural concept of a five paragraph essay, having a main focus and having paragraphs support that focus, that's what we want to do as well. So when we talk about moving from a five paragraph essay, it's not like we just crumple up five paragraph essays and throw them away and then just write whatever we want and just have one paragraph, because that's not really going to help us communicate to the reader as well. We just want to understand why we do what we do. Okay. And one reason why you're taught these things is just it makes it quantifiable. Students aren't, I don't know. I mean, I guess criticize the students, or I can criticize the instructors, but some students, when they're younger, they can't handle the nuance of more sophisticated writing. When students say, "Can I use I?" and the answer is, well, sometimes. Some students, when they're younger, they can't handle that. Some students in college can't handle that. Or when they're told write a paragraph, and you're done with that paragraph and you've proven the point, some students will write one sentence and say, look, I proved this. And so as a way to kind of counter that behavior, instructors have said, okay, well, it has to be five sentences then. Right? These are rules that are meant to be quantified so they can be assessed. It makes the student feel better because they feel like they've completed the assignment fully. And it makes the teacher feel better because they can assess it a lot easier. They can look, is your thesis the last sentence of the first paragraph? Does each paragraph have five sentences? Does it have a topic sentence? Does it have a quote? Does it have commentary? Whatever the rules that you're taught, it just allows it to be quantitative and assessed. But when we get to more sophisticated writing isn't really just a formula. There might be some formulaic aspects to it, but we want to adjust. It's a more complicated formula than just we're going to have the same amount of sentences in each paragraph and the same amount of paragraphs in each essay. So don't be bummed about it. I see some people being bummed about it and frustrated about it. Don't be frustrated. This is just the next step. It's like, and again, I guess I'm stuck on this analogy, but think about it. I have a 4-year-old daughter, and she colors in, coloring books. And when she's told later that, like, that's not high-end art, I'm not calling you 4-year-olds. That's not what I'm doing. But when she's told that's not high-end art and that she should maybe create the outline and draw something all from her head, I hope she doesn't say, well, I just wasted all my time coloring in that art. It's just that gives her a certain skill set that allows her to move to the next step. And the next step is to start questioning the formatting. That doesn't mean, again, to abandon any type of structure or format. It just means question why we do what we do. As always, send me questions if you have them. I wanted to explain, some people are having questions or concerns. When we see the assignments, RPC right here, that stands for Reading Pop Culture, and then the name after is the author's names. All right. So if you see a quiz, RPC, Kubi, and Csikszentmihalyi, go to RPC, go to Reading Pop Culture, and read that. When you see COR, go to Craft of Research, read that section. Okay. So next week, you're going to see RPC Roxane Gay, RPC Klosterman. You're going to want to read those two articles, and you're going to want to read Craft of Research 122 to 140. We have a lesson on different types of paragraph structures that you can do, and then a little quiz after it. We're going to watch a little video, and the video is right there. Okay, so as we move forward, you can click on this. It's embedded, but there's also a link if you want to go. I think it's a YouTube link or it's a TED Talk link. It's a TED Talk link. So I thought it was a YouTube link to a TED Talk. Anyway, so if you have any questions, send me an email. Remember, we have to respond to 2 other students by Thursday night, and then we'll have all this work that you see for week 3 all due by next Tuesday night. So you might want to get started on it as soon as possible, just so you're not stressed out come next Tuesday night. I hope everything's going well. I'll talk to you guys soon.